Okay, so the gardening season is starting to wind down. What are some things you can do to make prep a little bit easier on yourself for next year? These are some things I'm about to start doing. So, if you have plants that have already died off, like say from the heat, don't ask me about tomatoes. You can harvest those, harvest the dead stalks. Your brown material can go either into your compost or to a wheelbarrow to be thrown in with the soil you have already used. Don't throw away soil. You can always reuse soil. You just have to add some stuff back into it, like your compost you're making, possibly. You can put in, man, where it's just been a tough Saturday, guys. But you can also add fertilizer to soak in, like I said, compost. You can add in a little bit of new soil if you need to. Mycorrhizal, like the fungal components, help out a lot and allow them to establish colonies and stuff like that. But basically having a wheelbarrow and throwing in your used soil and materials makes organic gardening a lot easier. And then something else you can do, if there's an area you want to turn into a garden next year and you want to go ahead and start doing stuff, I would go ahead and put out a tarp for the area. So basically scalp the area first and leave the cuttings. You can take them away and throw them into compost as well, but generally it'd be better to scalp and leave it on the soil, and then cover it with a tarp and lay bricks around the outside perimeter of that tarp, and use probably some tent hooks or whatever to keep it down. You want to solarize it, and this is the opposite of what that sounds like. But you're going to cover that so the seed bank trapped within the soil does not flourish, and that's weeds, grass, other plants. It will kill off predominantly what's ever in the topmost of that soil and make it to where you have a very clean work area for next season. It will kill off some of the bacteria in the soil, like all your microbacteria and microflora, flora and fauna. It will come back as soon as you take that off and start watering. It comes right back. And then also you can do some tillage. Like if you have garden beds that are already used up for like whatever you were growing in them, whether it be flowers, vegetables, stuff like that, you can just go ahead and till it up, or at least break it loose, and then put a tarp, because one of the greatest things you can put into your garden is more oxygen. And if you can break up that soil that you've had being watered and compressed more and more throughout the season, it will allow that to come back in. You'll have more beneficial bacteria, you'll have more growth, and next season your plants will pop more and faster whenever you do that. That's why whenever you like fill a bed with brand new soil, it's all fluffy and stuff. And you can change the composition of your soil. You can add perlite and whatever you want to if you want to dig out a bed. So that's also another thing you can do, is digging out beds and redoing them. This is a great time since weather's cooling off. It's about to start freezing for some places, but for here in West Texas, it's going to be warm for a while. It'll cool down, but it'll be warm for a while. So I've got a time yet. So these are some things you can do for gardening, just some gardening tips and hacks, and just stuff to do on weekends. And if you want, be a little bit busy, but for something that's a little more fun, these are some tips and tricks you can do.